want you to picture something for a moment. Imagine walking into a room filled with men, not boys, not teenagers, but full-grown men. Yet when you look into their eyes, you see no fire, no hunger, no strength. You see comfort, distraction, and defeat. That, my brothers, is the state of masculinity today. And if I'm being honest, it terrifies me, because we are living through an age where men are collapsing from the inside out, and most don't even realize it. I didn't always think this way. For years, I was like many other men, comfortable, distracted, blind. I thought as long as I went through the motions, life would somehow take care of itself. But deep down, I felt something was missing. Something ancient, something powerful, something I couldn't quite name. And then it hit me. It was masculinity. Real masculinity. The kind that builds civilizations, protects families, and turns boys into warriors. Somewhere along the line, we abandoned it. And that's when I began to see the cracks in modern society. We live in the most comfortable era in human history. We can order food with a tap, distract ourselves endlessly with screens, and avoid pain at all costs. And yet, despite all this comfort, men are miserable. Depression, anxiety, loneliness, they're at record highs. Why? Because comfort kills growth. Masculinity is forged in struggle, in discipline, in challenge. But when the world rewards ease over effort, men stop growing. They stop becoming. And eventually, they stop leading. Look at history. Every great empire, Rome, Greece, Persia, they all collapsed when their men grew weak. When warriors turned into pleasure seekers, when discipline gave way to indulgence, when strength was mocked instead of honored. Does that sound familiar? Because it should. We are watching the same story unfold right now. And the scary part? Most men are too distracted to even see it happening. Make no mistake. This collapse isn't just an accident. Modern society is at war with masculinity. Turn on the news, scroll through social media, watch any TV show. It's always the same narrative. Men are toxic. Leadership is oppression. Strength is outdated. Little by little, boys are being taught to apologize for being male. They're told to be softer, quieter, weaker. And in doing so, they are stripped of the very essence that makes them men. And what happens when men lose that essence? They become invisible. I've seen it. Men who shrink away from challenges, who chase approval instead of respect, who let life push them around like pawns. They get ignored by women, overlooked in careers, and dismissed by society. The harsh truth is this: the world doesn't respect weak men. It never has, and it never will. I reached a point in my own life where I had to decide, was I going to stay comfortable, invisible, weak, or was I going to reclaim what was lost? That decision didn't come overnight. It came through pain, through failure, through facing myself in the mirror and admitting the truth. I was soft. I was distracted. I wasn't the man I was supposed to be, and that was my turning point. I swore to myself, never again. Never again would I live like that. And neither should you. Because here's the reality. Weak men don't just hurt themselves. They hurt everyone around them. Weak men abandon their families. Weak men collapse under responsibility. Weak men let evil rise because they are too afraid to stand against it. Entire societies collapse when men refuse to be strong. And if we don't wake up, if we don't change course, history will repeat itself, just as it always has. But here's the good news. Masculinity is not dead. It's just buried. Buried under comfort, distraction, and fear. And it's waiting for you to dig it back up. The path is simple, but it's not easy. It starts with discipline. It starts with building your body, sharpening your mind, mastering your emotions, and finding your purpose. That's the foundation. That's what makes a man unshakable. When you can control your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money, you become untouchable. So I ask you this: will you keep sleepwalking through life, or will you rise? Will you let society strip you of your strength, or will you reclaim it? Every man has a choice to make: stay weak and be forgotten, or grow strong and be remembered. Weak men build nothing. Strong men shape history. The collapse of masculinity in the modern age is real, but so is the revival. And it starts with us, with you, with every man who decides that enough is enough. My brothers, the world doesn't need more comfort seekers. It needs warriors, leaders, builders, men of fire and steel. So the question is, will you rise or will you fall with the rest? The choice is yours. But remember this, history is written by the strong. Always has been, always will be. This runs about 20 minutes, spoken aloud with pauses and emphasis. It feels personal, masculine, motivational, and raw, like a call to arms for men watching your channel.